Hello, welcome to Snails and Fairy Dust and my first tutorial of 2024. Today we're going to make these brick stitch earrings which have this cool little wavy edge around the border, and we get that effect by combining quadruple brick stitch with single brick stitch. I do have a pattern you could follow along with, which you could find at the links below this video. But if you don't have a pattern, you don't want to purchase a pattern, that is fine. You could follow along and create your own pattern, or you could just do it in a solid color and still learn how to make this cool shape. So let's get started. The beads I'm using today are size 11 Miyuki Delica beads, which if you've been around here for a while, you know they're my favorite. It's a nice cylindrical shaped bead, which works great with this stitch. I also have a size 12 beading needle. I have some leverback ear wires, which are very nice because they don't fall out of your ears. I have these wire guards, which are also known as thread guards. We'll use those at the top of the earring. And I have Fireline and a 6-pound weight. That's my beading thread. And scissors. I also have a pair of pliers that you don't see here. To get started, I'm going to cut about 5 feet of my Fireline. I always say about because it's really hard to know exactly how much thread you use in a beading project. But if you're new, I would say err on the side of less because you could always add more and you just don't want to worry about tangles and things. With the Fireline, I run it between my fingernails like you just saw, which makes it nice and flat and easier to thread your needle. So I do recommend doing that. I'm having trouble here only because I'm doing it through the camera. That makes it harder to thread a needle. And then now we are going to get started with the quadruple ladder stitch. So I'm going to pick up 8 beads, and then I'm going to slide them down my thread almost to the end. I'm going to leave about a 4-inch tail at the end of my thread, like so. And then I'm going to bring my needle back around and come up through the first 4 beads in that row. And when I pull my thread tighten the loop, you get these nice 2 little groups of 4 beads sitting next door to each other. And to straighten that out, we're going to bring our needle down through the second 4 beads. And when we pull that tight, they will be nice and snug together. There we go. And then we're going to continue on by adding another 4 beads. I am taking a look at my pattern, so I know that I need white beads as the next 4 beads. So I pick up those 4 beads, and then I'm going to take my needle and come down through the last beads I've added. And then I'm going to pull my needle through, which will get those white beads sitting right next to the orangey ones. And then to finish that off, I'm going to bring my needle back up through those last beads I've just added. Pull that tight, and there you go. You have 3 rungs of your ladder stitch. So I'm going to pick up another 4 beads, and let's take a look at that again. This time I'm coming up from the bottom because my thread is exiting the top, so I'm completing that loop. Come straight up through there. And again, they're just going to sit snugly right next door. And then the next step is to bring your needle down through those 4 beads. Now you're going to continue adding 4 beads at a time in this manner till you get to the end of the row. In this particular pattern, there are 16 groups of 4 beads. So it's 16 beads wide. So I'm going to keep weaving that till I get to the end. If you've done some of my other tutorials, you're probably very familiar with this, but I just like to make sure that every video is available for anyone who wants to start at any place in their beading journey. I don't want you to feel discouraged because you don't know how to do something. So I tried to explain everything. I'm sorry if it becomes repetitive because you've watched other videos, but I want everyone to be able to start beading right away if they want to. Okay, so I'm going to see you back here when you get to the end of the row. Okay, so here we are. I'm just adding the last 4 beads in my row of ladder stitch. So this is the 16th set of 4 beads. And I'm going to bring my needle down through those beads to secure it into place. And when I'm finished, look how cute this is. I mean, you could keep that going and make a cute bracelet, but that'll be another video. So now I'm going to flip this over because we're going to be working up from here. And then I like to flip my work. So I'm always working away from my non-dominant hand. So I'm holding my beadwork in my non-dominant hand, and then I'm beading away from that hand. So now I have picked up the first two beads in my next row, and I'm going to bring my needle underneath the second little thread bridge at the top of these beads here. So I'm just going to slide it right under that little bundle of threads, and then I pull it tight, and then I'm going to bring my needle up through the second bead, and then down through the first bead, and finally up through the second bead again. And at that point, these two little beads are going to sit like little bricks on top of the row below. Look, how cute is that? And then I'm going to continue to add beads one at a time for the rest of this row. So one bead, slide my needle underneath the thread bridge, and then bring my needle straight up through that same bead, like so. Don't drop it like I did. Now let's look at it one more time. Pick up another bead, slide your needle underneath the thread bridge, and right back up through that same bead. There we go. And then you're just going to continue this row in the very same way until you get to the end. Make sure you're following your pattern. And if you're not following a pattern, then do whatever you want to do. I mean, like I said before, you really could just do this in one solid color and it's going to be a cool shape, or you could lay out your own pattern. Don't feel like you have to make my patterns. So get to the end of that row. And then at the end of that, I'm going to show you one more time how to start a row of single brick stitch. So here I am at the end of that row. And now we're just going to start a row again, just to make sure you remember that. And so I flip my work over again. So I'm holding it in the non-dominant hand. I'm going to pick up two beads, bring my needle underneath the second thread bridge. Having some difficulty there. Okay, there we go. Try not to poke yourself. And then after you pull that through, you're going to come back up through the second bead, down through the first bead, and then back up through the second bead again. There we go. And then you're just going to finish that row one bead at a time like you did the last one. The actual pattern is it's going to be 3 rows of single brick stitch followed by a row of quadruple brick stitch. So now we've finished our 3 rows of single brick stitch, and we're going to add a row of quadruple brick stitch. So for the quadruple brick stitch, we're going to pick up 8 beads. Okay, so now that I have my 8 beads, I'm going to bring my needle underneath the second thread bridge. Try not to poke myself there. And then we will pull that all the way through, and then bring your needle back up through the second 4 beads. So that section of 4, like that. And then we're going to come down through the first 4 beads and back up through the second 4 beads again. It's just like single brick stitch, but it's quadruple. I know maybe this all seems super redundant, but I just, again, want to make sure anyone starting from scratch can follow along with this video. And now we're going to add another 4 beads, and then we just bring our needle underneath that next thread bridge and come right back up through those 4 beads. The cool thing about this, so as we alternate the single brick stitch with the quadruple brick stitch in this pattern, we get this like cool wavy effect on the brick stitch earring. I'm really excited about it. I actually have a lot of new patterns. It's going to be the same shape, but some different designs that I'm going to be releasing on my website and my Etsy shop to sort of go along with this, because the possibilities are endless. And I'm really excited about this shape of earring. And looking forward to exploring different colors and patterns. So I hope you enjoy it too. And I also will come up with some templates so you could design some of your own styles if that's helpful to you. So we're just going to keep going along till we get to the end of that. And then at the end of this row of quadruple brick stitch, we are going to do 3 rows of single brick stitch. And we're going to fast forward through that process because now we have already seen that many times. And after the 3 rows of single, you have a row of quadruple and then 3 rows of single again. And then we finish it off with single. So I believe there are like 3 additional rows of single at the end. And here we are at our final 2 beads at the top of this earring. So we're just coming up through that second bead, down to the first bead, and then up through the second bead again. And now we're going to add that wire guard at the top. They're called wire guards. They're also called thread guards. Here in England, they call it a wire protector. So those are all the different things you would Google to find it. So bring your needle up through the edge of that wire guard and then down through the hole on the other side and also through the beads below it. And then we're going to want to loop that around to make it extra secure. So what I'm going to do is bring my needle down through that row of quadruple brick stitch right in the center there, and then back up through the other side, also coming through the row of quadruple brick stitch. And try not to get tangled up there. And then we're going to come back up through the beads right below the wire guard and then through the wire guard again. And take it one at a time. Like, just don't break your beads. That's the worst thing in the world. If you try to force your needle through too many things at once, sometimes you can break a bead, and that's horrible. So don't let it happen. Just take your time. And so now we are going to take our thread and just weave it back into the work, create some tension so that we could clip that and we know it's not going to come unraveled. So I'm just weaving it down into the earring a bit. And then I'm going to find 2 groups of beads next door to each other and sort of wind around them, going one direction and the other and around any which way, just to create like tension and to make sure you know that this thread is not coming undone. So I'm going to finish that up and then clip. And then after that, we will start a new thread and the second half of this earring. So I'll see you back here in a second. That is nice and secure now. So I go ahead and clip it. And then I'm going to weave the bottom half of this earring. So again, I'm working up. So I'm going to start a new thread because my other thread is done. If you have thread left over, then you don't need to start a new thread now if you still have tons of thread left. So what I'm doing is I have started a new thread and I'm going to bring it up through, I'm going to go through this row of quadruple brick stitch, but not the one I just wove my last thread into. I've picked a new row. So there's still plenty of room to weave through here and you won't get stuck in the beads. And I'm just going to loop around 2 sets of 4 beads a couple of times. And then I want to weave my thread up through the outside edge here. And I want to end up on the outside edge of that first row of ladder stitch. So here we are, almost there. And now I'm exiting right on the outside edge of that row of ladder stitch. And now I'm just going to begin single brick stitch like I did on the other side, but I'm working in the other direction now. So I'm going to keep my eye on my pattern and I'm going to do my row of 3 rows of single brick stitch. And then there's a row of quadruple brick stitch, same as before. This side should be easy because you already did the other one. So you work on that and I'll see you back here where we finish this off. So we're going to zoom through this, zoom, zoom, zoom. There's your 3rd row of single. There's your row of quadruple. There's 3 rows of single, another row of quadruple. And beautiful, look, we're all done. You guys, I'm loving this pattern so much. I'm beginning sick of fringe, so I'm happy to like not be working with fringe anymore. I have so many other cool things planned for this year. I can't wait to show you everything. And so here I am just weaving in that thread. I want to make that thread nice and secure. So I'm going to bring it back up through the piece. And there you have it. I have woven that in. I'm going to clip that thread. I'm going to clip the tail of that thread that I've just added. And then with this original thread, where we first started, I do want to weave that back in because we haven't woven that in anywhere. So get that ready, thread it, and then weave that back in. And then you're pretty much set, except we are going to add that ear wire. Look how pretty that is. If you want to make your work stiff, take a look at my channel. And I have have a video about adding stiffening agents to your work. But I actually like this one to have a little bit of a flow. I am going to open up this wire guard or this ear wire and add it to my wire guard. Telling you, it's my first video back. It's going to take me a second to get back into my flow. I ate way too many mince pies this Christmas and it slowed me down. Okay, so here we are. We have added our thread guard and we are finished. Look how cute these are. I'm telling you, these have been my go-to winter earrings because they're really easy to wear with a scarf and I don't have to worry about the fringe getting tangled up. You can find the links for the patterns below. Thank you so much for being around. I hope you'll subscribe. Lots of cool stuff coming up this year. I promise you. And thank you so much for being here. See you around. All right. Bye.